You are not merely the physical body you inhabit. You are not the thoughts that swirl through your mind, nor the stories that your past has told you. You are something far grander, far deeper, far more eternal. You are the quiet awareness beneath it all, the stillness that holds the sound of your thoughts. You are the breath between moments, the space where life unfolds. And in this vastness, in this sacred essence, you are held by the very universe itself. There is a rhythm to life, a pulse that beats through everything. It is the same rhythm that moves the stars in the night sky, the same pulse that breathes life into every flower, every leaf, every heartbeat. And that rhythm, it lives within you. It moves through you, guiding you, nurturing you, protecting you. Even when you are unaware of it, you are not separate from the universe, you are one with it. Just as the river is not separate from the ocean, you are not separate from the source that breathes life into all things. In your moments of fear, in your moments of doubt, you may feel as though you are lost, as though you are alone, but this is only the illusion of the ego. The ego wants you to believe that you are disconnected, that you are small, that you must fight for your place in the world, but this is not the truth. The truth is that you are held always by the loving arms of the universe. You have never been abandoned. You have never been forsaken. Even when you feel like you are sinking, the ground beneath you supports you. When you allow yourself to sink into this, knowing this truth, something extraordinary happens. The resistance begins to dissolve. The need to control, to grasp, to chase fades away. You begin to trust the flow of life. You begin to trust that the universe is conspiring in your favor. That every twist, every turn, every challenge is not an obstacle, but a stepping stone placed with perfect precision along the path that will lead you to your greatest unfolding. And so, when the storm clouds gather and the winds of uncertainty blow fiercely, remember this: you are not the storm, you are the sky that holds it. You are not the chaos. You are the stillness that witnesses it all. The storm may pass, the winds may subside, but you, the eternal, you will remain. You are held in the same way that the ocean holds the waves. The waves may crash and rise, but the ocean remains unshaken. You are the ocean. And the universe, it is the ocean that holds you. This world may tell you to strive, to push, to achieve. It may tell you that you are not enough, that you must do more, become more, prove more. But in the quiet of your soul, you already know the truth. You are enough. You always have been. You are already complete. Not when you achieve some far-off goal, not when you become the person you think you should be, but right now, right here. You are whole. The illusion of the ego is to make you believe that you must strive, that you must reach outward in search of something that you do not already have. But the truth is, everything you seek is within you. Love is within you, peace is within you, joy is within you, abundance is within you. You were born with these qualities. They are not external to you, nor are they something you must earn. They are the very essence of your being. You are the embodiment of the universe's love and light. And yet, the ego will try to convince you otherwise. It will whisper that you are not enough, that you must chase after the approval of others, that you must seek validation from the world. But the soul knows better. The soul knows that you are already held by the universe, that your worth is not dependent on the opinions of others, nor on the material things you acquire. Your worth is inherent. It is built into your very being. And when you surrender to this truth, when you allow yourself to rest in the knowing that you are enough as you are, everything changes. You no longer feel the need to prove yourself. You no longer feel the need to compete. You no longer feel the need to chase after things that were never meant to fill the void. The void is an illusion, a creation of the ego, designed to keep you in the game of striving. But once you realize that you are held by the universe, the game dissolves. You are no longer playing to win. You are simply being, and in that being, you are whole. The universe does not need you to become something else in order to be worthy. It does not need you to perform, to achieve, to reach a certain destination. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, knows that you are already worthy, already perfect, already complete. You are a reflection of the divine, a unique expression of love and light. And the moment you allow yourself to rest in this truth, the universe will begin to mirror it back to you. This is the great paradox of life. The more you let go of the need to control, the more you surrender to the flow of the universe, the more everything you desire begins to flow to you effortlessly. You stop chasing, and in that stillness, the universe brings everything to you. Your purpose, your peace, your joy, they are already here. You do not have to seek them outside of yourself. They are waiting for you to remember them within. When you stop running from yourself, when you stop striving to be something you are not, you begin to feel the embrace of the universe more clearly. It holds you in ways that you may not even realize. It whispers to you in the stillness of the night. It nudges you gently in moments of quiet reflection. It supports you when you fall. It lifts you when you rise. And all you have to do is trust. Trust that the universe knows what it is doing. Trust that you are exactly where you need to be, even if the path is unclear. Trust that everything you need is already within you. And when you begin to trust, when you allow yourself to be held by the universe, you begin to step into your true power. Not the power that comes from ego, not the power that comes from control, but the power that comes from surrender. The power that comes from knowing that you are part of something much greater than yourself. You are a spark of the divine, a piece of the cosmic puzzle, and in that knowing you are free. Free from the need to perform, free from the need to impress, free from the need to be anything other than what you already are. You are free to simply be. And in that being, you radiate love. You radiate peace. You radiate joy, not because you are trying to, but because it is your true nature. You are the universe's reflection of love, and the more you allow yourself to rest in that truth, the more love flows through you, touching everything you encounter. And when you encounter challenges, as you inevitably will, you will face them not with fear, but with the knowing that you are held, that the universe has your back, that everything you need is already within you. You do not have to fight the challenge. You do not have to resist it. You simply have to trust that it is part of your unfolding. It is part of the divine plan. And in that trust, you will find the strength to rise above it. You are not meant to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders. You are meant to release the burden of control and surrender to the support of the universe. The moment you let go, the universe will catch you. It will carry you. It will hold you in the way that only the universe can. And in that moment, you will realize that you have never truly been alone. You are held by the universe, always. And in that knowing, you are free to be your true self. You are free to live with love, with joy, with peace. You are free to express the fullness of your being without fear, without hesitation. You are free to be the divine reflection that you were always meant to be. And when you walk through life in this way, with the universe holding you, with love as your guide, you will inspire others to do the same. Your peace, your presence, your love will ripple out into the world, touching everyone you encounter. And in this way, you will help to heal the world, not through force, not through struggle, but through surrender, through the gentle reminder that we are all held by the universe. And in that knowing, we are all one. As you walk in this knowing, as you move through life, no longer searching for validation or approval from the outside world, something miraculous begins to happen. You start to realize that you are not bound by the limitations you once believed in. The constraints that once felt so real-time, fear, doubt, begin to dissolve. You see, all that you thought were walls around you were never walls at all, but simply illusions. The universe never built walls to contain you. You, in your essence, are boundless. You are the horizon stretching to infinity. You are the ocean, not just the waves. When you let go of the idea that you are separate, that you must struggle against life, you come to understand that life is not something you have to fight for. It is something you get to flow with. Life moves like a river, flowing in its perfect course, carrying with it everything you need. The river does not fight the rocks. The river does not fight the bends. It simply flows. And in its flow, it carves through mountains and nourishes valleys. In its stillness, it reflects the vastness of the sky. This is how life works. When you align with the flow, you become one with its power, its wisdom, and its grace. You are not here to fight against the world. You are not here to prove your worth, to gain approval, or to chase fleeting moments of external success. You are here to remember who you truly are. You are here to surrender to the rhythm of life, to let go of the stories that say you are not enough, that say you must do more to be worthy. Those stories are not yours. They are the echoes of the collective fear. But the truth within you, the divine truth that beats at the core of your being, knows no fear, knows no lack, knows no limitation. It only knows abundance, grace, and infinite possibility. When you begin to embrace this truth that you are already whole, already enough, already perfect, just as you are, your life begins to transform. You stop waiting for external circumstances to change. You stop waiting for the right moment, the right person, the right opportunity. You realize that all you need is already within you. You are already aligned with the divine flow of the universe. You are already enough. The world is simply waiting for you to realize it. You were never meant to chase after something outside of you, never meant to seek approval, to run in circles trying to fill a void that was never real. The void you felt was not a lack of anything, it was simply a forgetting. You forgot that you are the vastness of the sky. You forgot that you are the ocean, and now you are remembering. You are awakening to the truth of your divine nature. As you awaken, you start to see the world through a new lens, not one of separation and scarcity, but one of unity and abundance. You begin to notice the subtle miracles in every moment, the way the sunlight dances on the water, the sound of the wind in the trees, the quiet hum of life moving through you. You begin to see that everything is connected, that nothing is ever truly separate. You are one with the stars, one with the earth, one with every breath, every heartbeat. There is no distinction between you and the divine, between you and the universe. You are the universe expressing itself, experiencing itself through the lens of you. This is why the path of awakening is not a path of doing, but a path of remembering. It is not about achieving or acquiring, but about allowing yourself to be, allowing yourself to feel the truth that is already within you, and to release all the stories and beliefs that have kept you from it. The soul does not need to be fixed. It needs only to be revealed. It needs only to be remembered. And in this remembering, there is a quiet power, not the power that comes from force or control, but the power that comes from alignment with the truth of who you are. This power does not demand attention. It does not need to prove itself. It simply is. And in its simplicity, it is the most potent force in the universe. The more you align with this power, the more you become a magnet for everything that you need. The more you trust in your own divine essence, the more life begins to reflect that trust back to you. You will notice as you surrender to this flow that things begin to shift in your outer world. The people you encounter, the situations you face, the challenges you experience, everything begins to shift. But here's the beauty of it. It is not because you have forced anything to happen. It is because you have stopped resisting life, you have stopped fighting the flow, and you have allowed the universe to bring you everything you need, and it will. The universe always provides. It always meets you where you are, but you must first meet it with trust. You must first meet it with openness, with surrender, with a willingness to let go of the need to control. In surrender, there is freedom. In surrender, there is peace. When you stop fighting against life, when you stop trying to shape it into something it was never meant to be, you begin to experience the deep peace that comes from simply being with what is. Being with the present moment, without resistance, without expectation. And in that peace, you begin to remember who you truly are, the infinite, eternal being that has always been held by the universe, the being that has always been one with the divine flow of life. This peace is not fleeting. It is not dependent on circumstances. It is not something that you must chase or fight for. It is something that you allow. And when you allow it, it becomes the foundation of your life. It becomes the lens through which you see the world. It becomes the force that guides you, the strength that holds you steady no matter what life throws your way. And so, as you move through your day, as you walk through this world, remember this: you are already enough. You do not need to become anything else. You do not need to search for what you already are. The universe is not outside of you. It is within you. You are the sky. You are the ocean. You are the vastness of the universe, experiencing itself in human form. And as you awaken to this truth, you will begin to see the world with new eyes. You will begin to see that you are held always by the loving embrace of the universe. You will begin to see that you have always been enough, always been whole, always been one with the divine. And when you see this, when you fully understand this truth, everything changes. The need to struggle fades away. The need to prove yourself disappears. The need to seek approval is replaced by the understanding that you are already loved, already seen, already accepted. You are the divine, already expressing itself. And in this realization, you become free, free to be yourself, free to live your truth, free to love without condition, to create without fear, to simply be without judgment. You are held by the universe. You always have been, you always will be. And when you embrace this truth, when you allow yourself to rest in it, you will begin to experience the beauty of life in a way you never have before. You will begin to feel the peace, the joy, the abundance that has always been within you, waiting for you to remember. And in that remembrance, you will awaken to the truth of your divinity. You are held, you are loved, you are enough. And when you surrender to this truth, you will find the life you've always been seeking, not in the future, not in some distant goal, but in the now. The now is where the magic happens. The now is where you are whole. The now is where you are free. Let go, trust, surrender, and know that you are already exactly where you need to be. The universe is holding you. And in that knowing, you are free to be all that you already are. And that, dear one, is enough, more than enough. You are the light, you are the love, you are the peace. You are the truth, and you always have been. There is a quiet wisdom that rises from the depths of your being, a voice that is soft yet undeniable, a knowing that transcends the noise of the world. This voice does not shout, it does not demand. It simply speaks in the stillness of your heart, reminding you of your innate power, your divine essence. It whispers to you, not through words, but through the deep peace that settles in your soul when you allow yourself to simply be. In this silence, you can hear the truth that has always been present, waiting for you to listen. This wisdom is not something you need to seek. It is not a distant treasure waiting to be found. It is not hidden behind layers of complexity or behind the veil of a far-off future. This wisdom is within you, woven into the very fabric of your being. It is as natural to you as your breath. It speaks not through force, but through presence. When you cease to struggle and allow yourself to rest, you begin to feel the subtle pulse of the universe, guiding you gently, supporting you softly, reminding you that you are never alone. There is no need to rush towards something that is already yours. The essence of who you are has always been whole. You were never incomplete. In the depths of your soul, you have always known this truth. Life is not a race. It is not a contest. It is an unfolding, a soft, steady unveiling of the truth of your divine nature. You are already what you seek. You do not need to become anything. You are not here to improve yourself. You are here to remember yourself. When you look at the world through the eyes of your soul, everything changes. You begin to see the divine in all things, the beauty in the smallest moments, the sacredness in the simplest gestures. You begin to realize that the world around you is not separate from you, but an extension of your own being. There is no separation. There is no out there and in here. There is only the infinite expression of love that moves through all things. And when you recognize this, when you feel the unity of all things, your heart opens in ways you could never have imagined. You are no longer separate from the world, no longer a lone soul in a vast, indifferent universe. You are one with it. You are the universe, experiencing itself through the vessel of your being. This oneness is not an intellectual understanding. It is a lived experience. It is the realization that your true essence is not bound by time or space, that you are not confined to a body or a name. You are the timeless presence that holds the entirety of existence within you. You are the silence that underlies every thought. You are the awareness that perceives every sensation. And in this awareness, there is no fear. There is no lack. There is only the fullness of the present moment. You were not born to be a spectator of life. You were born to be an active participant in its unfolding. But this participation does not require force, does not require striving. It requires simply allowing the flow of life to move through you. You are the instrument through which the music of the universe plays. You are the vessel through which love flows. And the more you align with this flow, the more your life becomes a beautiful dance, a dance that is effortless, that is natural, that is divine. The ego will try to tell you that you must do more, achieve more, become more in order to be worthy. But the truth is, you are already worthy. You were worthy before you did anything. You were worthy before you earned a single accolade or won a single victory. You were worthy simply because you exist. Your worth is not measured by your accomplishments. It is inherent in your being. And when you allow yourself to rest in this truth, you no longer feel the need to prove yourself. You no longer feel the need to chase after things that are not aligned with your true nature. You simply allow yourself to be. There is a peace that comes from this knowing, a peace that is not dependent on circumstances. The world may change, people may come and go, plans may shift. But your peace, the peace that arises from the deepest part of your soul, will remain. It is unshakable, it is constant, it is the steady heartbeat of the universe, and it lives within you. No matter what happens in the external world, you can return to this peace, knowing that you are always held by the universe, always supported by the divine. When you begin to live from this place of peace, something remarkable happens. The external world begins to reflect this inner state of being. Relationships become more harmonious. Opportunities flow effortlessly to you. Challenges no longer feel like burdens, but invitations to grow, to expand, to remember your true self. You begin to realize that everything that happens in your life is a reflection of your inner state. And when you align with the peace that is already within you, you begin to see that the world itself is peaceful, loving, and abundant. But this peace is not something you can force or grasp. It is not something that can be earned or bought. It is something that must be allowed. It arises naturally when you let go of the need to control, to manipulate, to force life into a shape that fits your desires. When you surrender to the flow, you stop fighting life. You stop trying to shape it into something that meets your expectations. And in that surrender, you become a vessel for peace, a channel for love, a conduit for the divine. As you allow peace to fill you, as you let go of the need to achieve, to accumulate, to prove, you start to feel a deeper sense of freedom. This freedom is not the absence of challenges, but the presence of truth. It is the freedom to be who you truly are, without the fear of judgment, without the pressure to conform to societal expectations. It is the freedom to live from your soul, to speak your truth, to express your love, without concern for how others might perceive you. This is the freedom that comes from remembering who you are. You are not here to follow the crowd. You are not here to fit into a mold that was made for someone else. You are here to be the fullest expression of yourself, to live in alignment with your soul's purpose, to walk your unique path with courage and grace. When you do this, the universe aligns with you. The universe supports you. The universe holds you in the way it has always held you, with love, with care, and with infinite wisdom. The journey is not about becoming something you are not. It is about returning to the truth of who you have always been. You have always been love. You have always been peace. You have always been whole. The only thing you need to do is remember. And as you remember, you will begin to feel the profound shift that happens when you align with your true essence. The world may change, but you will remain rooted in the knowing that you are held by the universe, supported by the divine, and loved beyond measure. So, take a moment now, right where you are. Breathe deeply. Let your breath carry you back to this truth. You are enough. You are whole. You are loved. You are the divine, experiencing itself through you. And in this knowing, you are free. Free from the need to prove, to perform, to achieve. You are free to simply be. And in that being, you are the light of the universe, shining brightly for all to see. You are held by the universe. You always have been. You always will be. And in that embrace, you will find your peace, your purpose, and your truth. You are never alone. You are always enough. You are always loved. And in that love, you are free. And so, as you stand at the threshold of this realization, a gentle knowing stirs within you, a quiet but undeniable recognition that the search has ended. You are not lost. You never were. There was never anything to seek outside of yourself, for you are already whole. You are already complete. All that you ever needed, all that you have ever longed for, is already woven into the very fabric of your being, just as the stars are woven into the night sky. They do not strive to shine. They simply do. And so it is with you. This life you are living, this journey you are on, is not one of endless striving or desperate searching. It is a journey of awakening, a journey of remembering. You are not here to become someone else. You are here to return to who you have always been. You are not here to change, to fix, or to improve. You are here to reveal the truth that has always been within you, the light that has always shined within you, the love that has always been yours to express. As you release the need to prove yourself, as you let go of the burdens of becoming, something miraculous happens. The weight that you once carried with such effort, such urgency, falls away. And you begin to feel the freedom of simply being, the freedom of knowing that you are enough as you are. You do not need to do more. You do not need to be more. You are already whole. You are already complete. And in that knowing, there's a peace that cannot be shaken, a peace that flows through you like a quiet river, unperturbed by the chaos of the world. In this peace, you are not waiting for the world to change to find your fulfillment. You are not waiting for approval, for validation, or for the circumstances to align perfectly. No, in this peace, you remember that you are already in alignment with the universe. You are already in harmony with all that is. You are not separate from the divine. You are the divine expressing itself through the unique expression of you. When you live from this truth, life takes on a new rhythm, a new flow. You no longer have to chase after anything. You no longer have to push or force. Everything begins to fall into place as if the universe itself is moving in harmony with your heart. Your desires no longer feel like demands, but like invitations from your soul. You begin to create not out of lack or desperation, but out of a deep inner knowing that everything you need, everything you desire is already within you, waiting to be expressed. And as you move through your days, as you walk through this world, you begin to see it differently. You begin to see the beauty in every moment, the sacredness in every encounter, the divinity in every person you meet. The world, once filled with chaos and separation, becomes a reflection of your own inner peace. The more you align with your truth, the more the world reflects that truth back to you. The more you step into your own light, the more that light shines in every corner of the world. This is the power of remembrance. It is the power of aligning with your true nature, with the truth of who you are. It is the power of knowing that you are already enough, already loved, already whole. And as you step fully into this knowing, you begin to see that all the fear, all the doubt, all the confusion that once held you back begins to fade away. It was never yours to carry. It was never real. And in its place, you find the truth of your divine essence, the truth that you are already held by the universe, already supported by the divine, already free. You are not here to prove your worth to anyone, not even to yourself. You are here to remember that your worth was never in question. You are not here to chase after something that is missing. You are here to remember that there is nothing missing, that you have always been complete. You are here to remember that you are a divine being, expressing itself through the unique form of you, and that there is nothing more sacred, nothing more beautiful than simply being who you are. And in that being, you begin to touch the essence of life itself. You begin to feel the pulse of the universe moving through you, guiding you, holding you. You no longer feel alone, no longer feel separate. You are one with the whole of existence, one with the divine flow of life. You are the breath of the universe, the heartbeat of the stars, the song of the earth. You are held always. You always have been. And when you realize this, when you feel this truth deep in your soul, you are free. Free to be, free to live, free to love. Free to express your truth. Free to walk your path without fear, without doubt, without hesitation. You are free to be the fullest expression of who you truly are, and in that expression you will inspire others to do the same. You will be a living testament to the truth that we are all connected, all one, all held by the universe in the embrace of love. So take this truth with you now, hold it in your heart, carry it with you as you move through this world. You are already enough. You are already whole, you are already loved, you are already held by the universe. And as you remember this truth, the world will reflect it back to you, as the universe always does, with grace, with love, and with infinite abundance. And in that knowing, you will realize that you are not just a part of this world, you are the world. You are the light, the love, the peace, the power, the presence. And when you live from this truth, you become the living embodiment of the divine. You are not separate from God. You are the divine in human form, and in that recognition, you are free. You are held by the universe, always. You are loved beyond measure, and in this love you are whole. You are enough. You are free, and that, dear one, is the greatest truth of all. There will come a moment in your life, quiet, unassuming, perhaps wrapped in silence or sorrow, when you will pause and finally ask, what am I searching for? And in that sacred pause, something eternal will whisper back, you're searching for what you already are. It is the great paradox of the human experience. We spend our lives climbing mountains only to find the treasure buried in the soil beneath our own feet. We chase love, not realizing we are the source of it. We hunger for peace, forgetting that peace is not found, it is remembered. And we ache for fulfillment, not because we lack anything, but because we have forgotten the infinite wealth that already resides in the core of our being. You were born complete, not when you reached a milestone, not when you proved your worth, not when the world applauded, but from the very first breath you took, you were whole. What you seek is not out there. It never has been, it never will be. And so this is your invitation, not to become anything new, but to return. Return to your inner world. Return to your sacred self. Return to the divine intelligence that beats your heart, breathes your lungs, and orchestrates galaxies while you sleep. There is nothing outside of you that can complete you, because the truth is you were never incomplete. You have been taught to believe that happiness is a destination, love is earned, and peace is conditional. But I ask you now to look deeper. Look beneath the noise, beneath the thoughts, beneath the conditioning. Can you feel it? That silent presence within you, untouched by the chaos of the world, that is who you truly are. The ego will tell you that you need more and more success, more beauty, more validation. But the soul gently reminds you, you are enough as you are right now. Not when you're better, not when you've achieved, but now. Now is the miracle. Your purpose is not something to be hunted down in the distance. It is something to be allowed, unfolded, and lived from the inside out. When you live from the space within, your life no longer becomes about impressing, acquiring, or proving. It becomes about expressing, serving, and simply being. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean, contained in a single drop. You are not just in the universe is in you. The stars that blaze in the night sky, they are made of the same matter as your bones. The divine intelligence that spins the earth is the same presence that lives and moves through you. So why do we feel separate? Because we've been taught to identify with the mask, the image, the performance. We believe we are our titles, our achievements, our bodies, our traumas. But none of that is who you really are. Those are roles you've played. Temporary garments you've worn on this stage called Earth. Who you are is the formless awareness that sees it all. You are the sky, not the passing weather. You are the light, not the lampshade. You are the timeless self, watching the movie of this life unfold. And when you awaken to this truth, not intellectually but experientially, everything shifts. You begin to walk lighter, you speak softer, you laugh more freely, because the burdens you carried were never yours to begin with. They were illusions handed down by a world that forgot its own divinity. But you are here to remember. You are here to awaken. You are here to return to the vastness of your own being. You do not need to be fixed. You need only to be revealed. And when you sit in silence, not running, not reaching, just being, you will feel the stillness that has been patiently waiting for you all along. That stillness is your true self. It needs nothing. It lacks nothing. It simply is. This is the great homecoming, not to a place, not to a goal, but to your own essence. And when you make this inner return, something miraculous happens. Your outer life rearranges itself to match the truth within. People come and go, but your peace remains. Plans change, but your purpose stays rooted. The world stirs in chaos, but you are the calm in the center of the storm, because you have remembered who you are. And what you are is divine. You are the light behind the eyes, the silence between thoughts, the awareness in every breath. You are not the waves, you are the ocean. You are not the story, you are the space in which the story unfolds. And the more you align with this inner truth, the less you chase and the more you attract, because your energy no longer screams, I lack, but radiates, I am. The highest act of self-love is not in changing who you are, it is in embracing who you've always been, without conditions, without apologies, without needing the world to agree. You see, the world cannot validate your worth because it did not give it to you. Your worth was assigned by something far greater than society, something eternal, something infinite, something that spoke you into being and whispered, it is good. And so I invite you to stop searching, not because the journey is wrong, but because the destination is already here. You are not on a quest to find God, you are on a journey to remember that God is already within you. You are not here to become whole, you are here to uncover the wholeness that is never left. This life, with all its twists and turns, is not here to punish you. It is here to awaken you. Every heartbreak, every loss, every unanswered question was not a detour, it was an invitation, a sacred summons to return inward, to go deeper, to feel more, to strip away the false and discover the truth. And the truth is simple. You are already what you seek. Peace is not found in quiet places, it's found when you become the quiet place. Love is not discovered in another, it is remembered in yourself. Joy is not granted by conditions, it is awakened when you surrender the need for conditions. And freedom, true freedom, is not the absence of pain, it is the presence of truth. And the truth is you are already free. You always have been. You only believed you weren't. When the mind quiets and the heart no longer races to outrun the past or chase the future, what remains is something eternal, something ancient and soft and holy, that something is you. Not the you you've constructed for the world, but the you that simply is before name, before label, before form. There's a sacredness in just being, not doing, not achieving, not becoming, just being. And in that being, you rediscover the sacred pulse of existence itself. You were never separate from it. You only imagined you were, like waves thinking they are apart from the ocean, or sunlight, believing it has a life of its own apart from the Sunday. The illusion of separation is powerful. It drives us into striving, into comparing, into proving. But no amount of external gain can satisfy an inner void created by forgetting who you are. The soul doesn't hunger for status, it longs to be remembered. And when you remember yourself not as a role, not as a collection of past experiences or future aspirations, but as pure awareness, something ancient stirs. A gentle awe, a soft reverence, a sense of being home without needing to move an inch. You are not a mistake wrapped in skin. You are not the product of your scars. You are not the echo of old fears. You are the unshakable stillness underneath it all. The consciousness watching the waves rise and fall, loving them all the same. Let yourself feel that, not think it, feel it. Let your breath be your prayer. Let your heartbeat be your teacher. Let the silence between thoughts be your sanctuary. The soul doesn't scream, it whispers. And in its whisper, it carries the wisdom of the stars. If you could hear the voice of your soul clearly, it would not rush you, it would not shame you, it would not demand that you fix what was never broken. It would hold you, it would smile through your sadness. It would remind you that there's nothing to become, only everything to remember. And in this remembering, you return to love, not romantic love, not transactional love, but divine, unconditional love, the kind that asks nothing of you except your presence. The kind that doesn't need you to be different, but invites you to be real. And from that realness, you begin to shine not with effort, but with alignment. Not by force, but by surrender. You stop trying to light the world by burning yourself out, and instead become a lighthouse rooted, whole, and quietly radiant. Healing, you see, is not about fixing, it's about returning. And you return by listening, by slowing down, by breathing in the truth that you are already the medicine you seek. The more you shed what you are not, the more your true essence emerges. And that essence is not loud, it does not boast, it does not rush to be noticed. It simply is calm, expansive, infinite. You don't need to escape your life, you need to inhabit it more fully, to be where your feet are, to speak from your soul rather than your survival, to feel each moment like a sacred arrival. When you stop running from discomfort and sit with it like an old friend, it begins to reveal its gifts. Every pain is a messenger, every ache is an opening, every loss is a doorway into deeper love. The world may tell you that you must constantly improve yourself, but I tell you, improve your awareness of the truth, and the self will reveal its perfection on its own. Let go of the need to be seen in a certain light. Let go of the role you've rehearsed to feel acceptable. When you release the image, you embrace the infinite. Your soul is not here to perform. It's here to remember, to feel, to love, and to expand. And in that expansion, life is no longer something to survive. It becomes something to savor. You begin to trust the unfolding even when you don't understand it. Because something in you knows that life is not happening to you, it's happening for your awakening. Each moment, each breath, each rise and fall is sacred. You are not late to your path. You have not missed your calling. You are not behind. You are exactly where the divine needs you to be for the next layer of truth to unfold. There is no higher version of you waiting in the future. There is only a deeper version of you waiting to be lived now. So pause, breathe, place your hand on your heart, and remember, you are not lost. You are simply being guided back to yourself. And yourself is more than enough. There is a quiet revolution that begins the moment you stop trying to be someone and simply start being. No fireworks, no applause, just the sacred return to your own breath. The soul doesn't need grand gestures to awaken. It awakens in the smallest moments, in stillness, in silence, in the gentle decision to let go of who the world told you to be. So much of what we call suffering comes not from what is, but from our resistance to what is. We suffer not because of the present moment, but because of our judgment of it, our story about it, our fear of it, our clinging to what we wish it were instead. But the moment you surrender to the now, the moment you stop arguing with reality, you touch peace. Not the kind of peace the ego promises at the end of achievement, not the fleeting kind that depends on circumstances aligning, but the deep, unmoving peace of presence. This presence is your true nature. It is the canvas on which all experiences are painted. Joy and sadness, gain and loss, all pass across its surface. But the canvas remains untouched. That canvas is you. You are the spaciousness that holds the storm without becoming the storm. You are the awareness that notices the fear without being defined by it. You are the light that shines even when the sky is covered in clouds. And when you realize this, truly realize it, something shifts. You stop reacting and start responding. You stop controlling and start allowing. You stop clinging and start trusting. This is the beginning of freedom. Freedom is not the absence of problems, it's the presence of inner stillness despite them. It is not found by rearranging the outside world, but by remembering who you are in the midst of it all. You don't need more answers, you need deeper trust. You don't need more possessions, you need fewer illusions. You don't need to be someone else. You need to allow the real you to rise untamed, unedited, unashamed. Every spiritual teaching, every sacred scripture, every wise master is pointing in the same direction, inward. Not because the world is bad, but because the world is only a mirror. It reflects back the state of your inner being. When your heart is full of peace, the world reflects peace. When your mind is trapped in fear, the world appears threatening. Change your lens, and you change your life. What you seek is already within you, not hidden in some far-off future, but available now, in this breath, in this stillness, in this eternal now. The more you seek outside, the further you drift from yourself. The more you chase, the more you signal to life that you are not enough. But the moment you return inward, the moment you rest in your own being, life begins to meet you in miraculous ways. Opportunities unfold not because you strive, but because you align. Love flows not because you demand it, but because you become it. Peace reigns not because life is perfect, but because your perception has become clear. This is not about ignoring the world, it's about no longer being lost in it. You can live in the world without being consumed by it. You can participate fully while staying rooted in your essence. You can create, serve, lead, and build, but from the overflow of your inner wholeness, not from the thirst of inner lack. And from this place, everything changes. You begin to speak not to impress, but to connect. You begin to move not to escape, but to express. You begin to love not to fill a hole, but to radiate your truth. There is nothing more magnetic than someone who remembers who they are. Their presence speaks before they do. Their peace calms the air around them. Their authenticity invites others into their own. This is the energy of someone who has stopped chasing and started being. And this is what you're being called into now, not another version of yourself, but a deeper embodiment of the self that's always been there, quietly waiting for your return. The mind may resist, it may ask, but how? It may demand a map, a strategy, a formula, but the soul doesn't need a plan. It needs permission. Permission to be felt, to be heard, to guide your life through intuition rather than instruction. You already know the way home. You don't need more learning, you need more remembering. You don't need more striving, you need more surrender. And in that surrender, you reclaim your birthright. The right to be still, the right to be enough, the right to exist not as a performer but as a presence. And presence is everything. Every tree knows it does not need to reach for the sun, it simply grows toward it. It doesn't question the soil or doubt the wind. It stands, it breathes, it bends, and it trusts. And so should you. Your life does not require control to unfold, it requires trust. Deep, unwavering trust in the intelligence that shaped galaxies and placed you here in this moment. This trust is not naive, it is sacred, it's not passive, it's powerful. Because when you trust, you're no longer acting from fear, you're creating from alignment. You begin to move with life, not against it. You begin to recognize that your desires are not just personal, they are whispers from the divine, calling you back to yourself. But here's the mystery. What you are looking for is not something you must find, it is something you must stop ignoring. The stillness, the whisper, the intuition that speaks when you finally quiet the noise. It is all already here. You don't have to chase it, you only have to create space for it to emerge. When you strip away the expectations, the roles, the identity that was given to you and not chosen, you arrive at something pure, something unshakable, something eternal. This is who you are, not the name on your ID, not the job title you wear like armor, not the wounds you revisit in the dark. You are the timeless presence that existed before the story began and will remain long after the final chapter has been read. And the more you live from that place, the more your life becomes a reflection of truth rather than a reaction to fear. You no longer need to prove your worth, it radiates. You no longer need to grasp at love, it finds you. You no longer need to protect your identity, it melts into something far greater. And that something is love, not the emotion, but the essence, the sacred current that flows through all things and connects you to everything. Love is not something you find, it's the field you remember. And when you step into that remembrance, you don't just transform your life, you transform the energy of everyone around you. Because energy is contagious. Your frequency is your contribution. And when your frequency is rooted in truth, in stillness, in wholeness, you become medicine in a world full of noise. You don't have to shout, you don't have to convince. You simply have to be authentically, unapologetically, lovingly. That presence alone is enough to shift a room, to open a heart, to soften a wound. You are not here to fix the world. You are here to remember the light within you so that the world may see itself more clearly. Your only real task is to become so aligned with your soul that your very existence becomes a beacon, silent, steady, and strong. And here's the miracle. You don't have to wait for that day to come. You don't have to wait until you're healed or successful or enlightened. You don't have to wait until you're more of anything. You are already it. Right now, in this moment, the light, the love, the truth, it's all present, waiting not to be earned but to be recognized. The sacred doesn't exist in some future version of you. It exists in the depth you bring to this very breath. So breathe. Feel what is here, the weight, the longing, the quiet ache for something real. And then allow it. Bless it. Let it soften you, not harden you. Pain is not the enemy. It is the portal, the opening, the crack through which the light has always been trying to enter. But the light is not coming from the outside, it's rising from within. You've mistaken your searching for a sign that something is missing. But the truth is, your searching is proof of what's already present. The desire for truth is itself the evidence that truth is within you. The longing for love is not emptiness, it is remembrance. The ache for meaning is not lack, it is the soul stretching itself back to its origin. Everything you are looking for is already in you, waiting for you to turn inward, to bow your head, not in defeat, but in surrender. Surrender to the fullness of your being. Surrender to the brilliance that doesn't need to be created, only revealed. And when you live from that space, life ceases to be a struggle. It becomes a flow, a sacred unfolding. Not always easy, but always aligned. You are not here to be small. You are not here to fit in. You are not here to replicate someone else's path. You are here to remember. And what you are remembering is simple but profound. What you seek is not out there. It never was. It is already within. And as this remembrance takes root not in your mind but in your being, may you walk the world not with urgency but with reverence. May you move not to escape but to express. May you speak not to be heard but to offer the truth blooming in your chest like spring. Let your life be an offering not of perfection but of presence. Let your joy be a prayer. Let your sorrow be sacred. Let your silence be enough. And when doubt arises, as it will welcome it as a friend, greet it with compassion, but no longer hand it the reins. You are not your doubt. You are the awareness holding it. When fear returns, do not resist. Let it pass like wind through an open window. You are not the fear. You are the house that holds it. And when the world tries to tell you who you should be, smile gently and return to the knowing that who you are is already holy. You were not born to fit in. You were born to remember yourself so clearly, so completely, that your very being gives others permission to remember themselves too. This is how the world is healed, not through force, but through remembrance. Not through battle, but through being. And so, beloved soul, rest now. Not in passivity, but in truth. Let the ground of your being hold you. Let the breath of your spirit guide you. Let the wisdom that formed stars and shaped oceans live through you without resistance. And above all, let the still voice within you rise again and again, reminding you, when the world grows loud, what you seek is already within. It always has been. And now you are free. As you stand here in this moment, I invite you to reflect deeply on the vastness that exists within you. The world has told you that you are small, that you must earn your place, that you must prove your worth. But deep inside, beneath all the layers of expectation and limitation, there is a knowing that has been with you since the beginning of time. A knowing that whispers, you are not small, you are vast. You are not separate. You are the whole. You are not lost, you are found. It is a remarkable thing, this illusion of separateness. We live our lives believing that we must seek, strive, and become, and yet we have forgotten the truth that we are already whole. The truth that you are the divine expression of the universe, here in this moment, breathing life into everything around you. All that you seek is already within you, waiting to be remembered, to be rediscovered in the quiet spaces where your heart beats, where your soul resonates. You are not just a passenger in this life. You are the creator, the painter of your experience. The universe does not need to seek validation from the world outside. It already knows its divine essence. And so do you. There is no need to look for approval, no need to chase after what the world says you must have. The truth is this: you were born with the fullness of the universe inside you. Every cell, every breath, every thought is an echo of divine intelligence. You do not need to search outside for the answers because they have always been within you, embedded in the very fabric of your being. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see a body, a face, a collection of experiences? Or do you see the eternal truth that lies beneath all of that, the truth that you are not a body but a spirit in form? The truth that the essence of who you are cannot be defined by age, race, gender, or the stories you have told about yourself. You are not your past, you are not your mistakes. You are not your struggles. You are the eternal witness to all of it, the silent observer of the ever-changing landscape of your life. In the quiet of your heart, you already know this. You know that you are not a mistake, not an accident. You were born for this moment, for this time, for this purpose. And that purpose is not to become someone else or to chase after some distant ideal. Your purpose is to remember who you truly are. Your purpose is to live from that place of deep knowing and connection to your own divinity. The ego will try to tell you otherwise. It will remind you of your limitations, your fears, your inadequacies. But the ego is not you. The ego is the mask you wear in the world, the persona you create to navigate life's challenges. It is a temporary identity, a collection of thoughts and beliefs that were handed to you by society, by family, by experience. But it is not your true essence. Your true essence is boundless, eternal, and free. When you let go of the ego's grip, when you stop identifying with the stories and labels that have been placed upon you, you return to that truth that is always within, pure, unshakable, and whole. So, I ask you now to release the need for validation, release the need for approval from others, release the need to prove that you are enough. You have always been enough. You were born with a divine spark within you, a light that no darkness can extinguish. You were born to shine. You were born to live in alignment with your true self, to express the fullness of your being, not to chase after something that already resides within. It is time to stop seeking outside for what can only be found within. The external world cannot give you peace because peace is a state of being, not a condition. The external world cannot give you love because love is what you are. It is the essence of who you are, waiting to be recognized, not created. The external world cannot give you fulfillment because fulfillment arises when you align with your true nature, when you live from the place of wholeness, not from the illusion of lack. When you realize this, when you truly understand that all that you seek is already within, a deep peace settles into your being. The weight of the world begins to fall away because you no longer carry the burden of searching. You no longer have to chase after something that has always been here. You simply need to remember it. The road ahead may still have its twists and turns, but now you will walk it with a different understanding. You will walk it with the knowledge that you are never truly lost. You are always guided, always supported, always connected to the source of all that is. You are not walking towards something, you are walking with it. The journey is not about reaching some distant destination. It is about waking up to the truth that you are already there. The world may try to pull you in many directions. It may tell you that you need to be more, do more, have more. But when you know who you truly are, when you remember that all you seek is already within, you begin to move through the world with grace and ease. You no longer chase after the illusions of success because you understand that true success is found in alignment with your highest self. You no longer strive for approval because you realize that you are already worthy, already loved, already complete. This is the liberation that comes from remembering who you truly are. This is the freedom that comes from releasing the need to prove yourself to anyone, including yourself. When you let go of the need to perform, to become, to achieve, you step into the flow of life. You move with the current, not against it. You trust the unfolding, even when it doesn't look the way you thought it would. You trust the divine intelligence that is always guiding you, always unfolding your life in perfect harmony with your soul's purpose. And when you step into this truth, when you embrace the reality that you are already enough, already whole, already complete, the world around you begins to reflect that truth back to you. You begin to attract the people, the opportunities, the experiences that resonate with your highest self. You no longer need to chase after what you want because it comes to you effortlessly as you align with the truth of who you are. The more you surrender to this truth, the more your life becomes a mirror of divine expression. Your words become a prayer. Your actions become an offering. Your very presence becomes a light in the world, guiding others to their own awakening. Because when you remember who you are, you give others permission to remember who they are. You become a beacon of light, a reflection of the divine presence that lives in all of us. So let go. Let go of the need to search. Let go of the need to prove. Let go of the need to become something other than what you already are. You are already whole. You are already complete. You are already divine. And in this remembering, you begin to live the life you were always meant to live, a life of peace, of joy, of love, of freedom. A life that is not defined by the external world, but by the truth that resides within you. You begin to live a life that is aligned with your soul's deepest purpose, a life that is a reflection of the divine intelligence that created you. You are not here to chase after something you don't have. You are here to remember what you already are. You are already the love, the peace, the joy, the freedom that you seek. And when you remember this, your life becomes a living testament to the truth of your being. So breathe deeply now and feel the peace that arises from within. Feel the love that is always here, always present, always waiting for you to recognize it. Let go of the search, let go of the striving, and simply be who you are. And in that being, you will find everything you seek, because everything you seek is already within you. It always has been, and now you know. And now as the final breath of your search fades into the quietude of your soul, you begin to understand there is nothing more to seek. The journey which once felt so distant was never a path to somewhere else, but a return to where you've always been. You are not lost. You have never been lost. You are the eternal presence that has simply forgotten the fullness of its own being. So, let your heart rest in this profound peace. Let the stillness that lives beneath your thoughts be the place from which you move. You are not here to prove, to chase, to become. You are here to remember, to reveal, to be. And in that being, you are whole, you are divine, you are enough. When you stop reaching, the world finds you. When you stop searching, the treasures of life reveal themselves. Not in distant places or distant times, but here, right where you are. The truth, so simple, yet so profound, begins to settle into the marrow of your bones. All that you have sought has been within you, always. Now rest in the knowledge that you are the light you've been looking for, the love you've been seeking, the peace you've been longing for. You are not separate from the divine. You are the very expression of it, unfolding in this moment, as it always has been. And as you walk through this world, let your life be a soft echo of this truth. With every breath, every step, every word, you share the light that never left you. You are the living expression of all that is sacred, all that is true. You are enough. And in this knowing, you are free